window for a good
John,
15
which one is better, cookies or cake? Which one is a better snack, cookies or cake?
Cookies or cake? Ooh, that's a tough one. Can't lie, that's a tough one.
Cake.
Oh no, man. That when that Chips Ahoy or the intimate cookies is around, them Oreos.
Ew.
Cookies or cake?
Who the fuck eat intimate cookies?
I'm taking cookies over cake.
If I was to make you a cake right now, the homemade cake, you would take that over cookies? I mean, you take cookies over that?
I'm taking fresh oven chocolate chip cookies over the cake.
That's crazy. I'm never making you a cake again.
Fresh out the oven chocolate chip cookies are amazing.
I'm never making you a cake again.
Gooey chocolate chip cookies, bro.
This is what I'm telling you. I'm never making you a cake again.
But listen, they both snacks got their perks. This is
he talking hella shit because he'll be the #1 person eating that fucking cake though.
Oh yes, when she make a particular type of cake, yellow cake with chocolate frosting, that's the only cake I like. Cookies, on the other hand, it ain't too many I like in cookies either, but I take some fresh chocolate chips, some peanut butters, some lemon wafers, strawberry wafers, some fucking Girl Scout. What's them coconut joints they got? Boy, them shit so good.
That's a tough choice, but I love me some good old pound cake too, man.
But you gotta have the pound cake with something.
Well, technically, some people feel like they need to eat cookies with milk.
Yeah, some people do, but you don't.
You do.
I just eat cookies.
You need like cookies and milk. Milk ain't really a side, right? Milk ain't really like a snack. With pound cake, you need another snack to go with it.
No, you don't.
You need ice cream to go with it.
No, you don't. I never eat no pound cake with ice cream.
Pound cake right by itself, man.
Me too.
Man, ain't nobody eat no dry ass pound cake by itself.
Pound cake is. Ooh, that's what I said. This is a thing. Yeah, you got that. Then you add ice cream cake to the equation. This is a very, very tough battle. And I know I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not supposed to be enjoying these things, but I do. But I do.
Stomach fucked up and shit.
But I enjoy the both. Damn. I don't know. Y'all seem like y'all got y'all picks.
Yeah, my pick is cookies all day. I'm riding with cookies.
I'm sorry to say, I think this is too close to call. I don't think I could choose one over the other. That's the stance I'm taking. And Bree says she's going with cake. So we got one for cake.
Because cake is a better snack than a cookie.
Well, we're gonna take it to social media.
I can't stand cookies no more, especially since in this house that's all he likes to eat is cookies. And then we ain't got no milk.
Oreo cookie, look, Oreo cookie, man.
He just has some homemade chocolate chip cookies. Listen to this. If we don't got no milk, I ain't want none.
Girl, Oreo double star. Oh no, it depends.
I don't like Oreos though.
You said what, Dad?
I don't like Oreos.
You don't like Oreo?
No, I don't like Oreos.
No, man.
Bro, I don't like Oreos at all. At all. Oreos is the only cookie that I don't like.
No, I'm not gonna lie. These are two snacks that have a good variety of picks that you could pick from. You don't like Oreos, there's still a lot of amazing cookies, but there's a lot. I don't know how y'all can make a choice on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking cookies out there. You get a warm, moist cookie.
You get a buttery sweet cake with a nice frosting.
Well, I have some fondant on my fucking.
I just said a buttery sweet cake.
Big ass piece of fondant brick.
You're a real cake eater. You don't eat the fondant.
You know what's crazy? I just watched somebody on YouTube make a Oreo cake.
That's disgusting.
John was like, that shit look good as hell.
What? That shit looked amazing.
John like, that shit look good. I want part.
What? So, she took all the Oreo cookies. She didn't use. I'm assuming it was she. It might have been the he. I don't know, but whoever it was, took all the Oreos without the cream and just mashed it up. Got into chocolate. I heated it up into chocolate form. Mixed some stuff in there. Boom, 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 and put that shit in the oven. That shit came out as a cake. That shit looked dumb good.
It's so nasty as hell.
That's a 2-for-1 right there.
I hate chocolate cake.
That's
Same
crazy.
way I hate chocolate chip cookies.
That's crazy.
I mean, they're not my favorites. I'll eat it, but I really don't like it. I don't like it. Period. I don't think they are good like how Devin eats chocolate chip cookies. Like this, if we bought him a tub of chocolate chip cookie, he would make chocolate chip cookies all day, every day.
That might be my favorite snack.
So your cereal is not your favorite snack?
I'll think waffle crisp is more important than chocolate chip cookies.
You don't think waffle crisp is more important than chocolate chip cookies?
I could do it.
You were looking for that shit for like a year.
Because I couldn't get it. But imagine the world without chocolate chip cookies.
So now that you got it, you feel like chocolate chip cookies is better than waffle crisp?
Yeah, it needs some better stuff.
You can't afford to have that.
Tough call. I would like to see how the poll goes on this one. I am sticking to. I love both snacks. Bree got cake. Dev got cookies.
People gonna say cake. People are gonna say cake. People are gonna say cake.
Some people might say. Some people gonna say cookies.
A little bit of people might say cookies, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna say cookies.
You know why I say probably more people will say cookies? Because usually when you make cake, it's usually for like an occasion, or like.
Not always. You could have cake for snack. You could have the little ring ding cakes and stuff like that.
People don't even count them as cake.
So what are they?
You do that, then you destroy the love and what a cake is. Ring dings and all them little pastries.
So what are they?
Pastries. They ain't cake.
What do they consider a ring ding? I really don't know.
They're cake.
Man, they like pastries.
They're not pastries.
They probably call them cakes, but they ain't no damn cake.
Right.
Yeah, right. Those are the fancy pastries. Those are the good pastries. These ring things
are cakes.
And fucking oatmeal cream pies and all those.
Cream pies is
those
a cookie.
Yeah, ring ding is considered a cake.
Yeah, I know they're gonna call it a cake,
but it's a cake. Pastry. Why is it a pastry? How is it a pastry, Devin?
It's just a mini cake. A ring ding is just
it's a mini cake. You never had mini cakes?
Ain't no damn cake.
That's a cake.
That's the same way y'all said.
That's not fair.
Cake. It's a lot of stuff get names that they ain't really following.
But those are cakes. They actually, if you bite into it, it's a cake.
What the hell? What you mean bite into it mean?
Like and when you break the ring dings and stuff, it's cake inside with a filling.
So where does Twinkies go?
I guess that's a cake too.
It is a cake.
Yeah, is it a cake?
A Twinkie is a cake. It's a yellow cake. It's a yellow cake.
That's why
the texture of it is the same as a cake, Devin.
That's why those little things get. I don't eat Twinkies and shit.
But I'll buy one so you can see the same texture as a cake.
Twinkies is disgusting, so I don't even like those. And it definitely ain't the same texture as a cake because I would eat it if it was.
It is the same texture as a cake. You just don't like anything with a filling inside, but it's the same texture as a fucking cake.
That's oatmeal cream pie. Well, that's a pie. That's a pie, right?
It's a cookie.
It's called oatmeal cream pie, though. Boom! I just blew up her whole shit. She said cheesecake was cake. Oatmeal cream pies, they call it pie, but she just called it a cookie.
Look it up. Look what
oatmeal cream pie.
Look it up. Look at if it's a pie or a cookie.
It's a pie, oatmeal cream pie.
You like to argue about everything, dude.
Because y'all gotta make it make sense. Based on your logic last week, if you call a cheesecake a cake, then an oatmeal cream pie is a pie. Okay, leave it alone. I'll deal with it.
They actually a cake.
Okay. So
the
based on
snack consists of 2 soft oatmeal cookies stuffed with creamy filling. So it's a cookie, Devin. It's 2 cookies. Just listen to what I'm saying. You ready to argue? It's 2 cookies stuffed with filling inside. It's a cookie. It's a fucking cookie. It's an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Is it called an oatmeal raisin cookie? It's called an oatmeal cream pie. So based on your logic from your previous argument, because it's called cheesecake, it's a cake. When I said that shit is a pie. So oatmeal cream pie, you said is a cookie, but based on its name, it is a pie. This is proving my point that shit take on names that they really aren't. That's my point. So wing days, Twinkies, ain't none of them shits cakes.
But they have the same texture as cakes. They made the same
oatmeal
way
cream
as
pie is
cakes.
called a pie, but they don't got the same texture as a pie.
What are you talking about?
It don't matter. But
what I'm saying to you is, okay, but that, all right, I understand those arguments, but the ring things and stuff like that, because they are the same texture as cakes, because they made the same way as cakes, it would make sense that it's a cake. The same texture as a cake is the same exact texture as a cake.
So you're saying cheesecake ain't a cake then?
But I told you this the other day. I told you this last Tuesday. It, to me, has the same texture as a cake.
You see, you bullshitting.
Did I not say that? Should we rewind it back?
Yeah, but that cheesecake don't have the same texture as a cake.
It does. Once it gets firm, it has the same texture as a cake.
That is mush. Firm or
It's
not.
mush.
Run it back. I said the same.
I don't care. You said it, but your point is
all right, Johnny. Your
point ain't being made. That's all I'm proving.
Don't worry. When it get posted, we'll see what people prefer, and we can even ask the question: is a Twinkie a cake or is it?
It's a cake. He just want to argue about if it's a cake or not because he don't like it, but it's technically a cake. It's made the same way. It has the same texture as a cake. It's a cake. It's a cake. And everybody's gonna agree with it's a cake.
And oatmeal cream pie is a pie.
Okay.
And cheesecake is a cake, based on her logic.
Oh, well, I thought cheesecake was a cake, but that was debate on the last episode, but
Y'all know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready. Had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to the brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree is back in the front, and my guy Dev is back in the back.
Yo.
We've been, what has it been, like 2-3 episodes now? This is what, the third episode? We're starting off with like an opening intro debate. Let us know what, for the viewers that we have, let us know what you feel about the opening debate to this, and let it be known. That will help the cause. That way these debates get some resolution and something closer to
They don't agree with me,
resolution.
they wrong, so that's crazy.
So that way we get some type of resolution. But the first one was the Kool-Aid one. The last one we did was is cheesecake a pie or a cake? And you'll see this one for this week's episode. But let's jump right into our rundown. The guy I said is the only one that has a chance has been indicted on charges stemming from mishandling of classified documents. There we go. That's the proper word. Those who know who I don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mr. 45, the 45th president, former President Donald Trump, was indicted on mishandling of classified document files, and he was also arrested in court. That broke earlier today. He was arrested in court in Miami, where he obviously pled not guilty. How far do you think this will hinder him in his attempt to become president again, or you see him actually going to do some time through this situation? What is your overall thoughts on this?
His attempt, no, I think he's still gonna do what Donald Trump do and try to fight through it. But I like prior to this, I don't think he would ever win again because of all the legal shit he's been going through. So to me, it doesn't change much. I don't really think he's gonna do any jail time because he's Donald Trump. It just again, they just doubling down on making sure his ass can't run again, soil his name to the best of their ability, and keep him from running. In a legal sense, I guess, because I think if you have a some type of criminal background or you have like a felony of some sort, I believe that can prevent you from running for any political office. I'm not exactly sure, especially when it comes to presidents. I'm sure it's changed per political office, but I'm definitely sure that if you run it for president, you can't have any type of felony on your record. So that's all they try to do is keep his ass out of office, and he's still gonna do Donald Trump and run though, or make his platform known. So it is what it is.
I don't even understand. If you have a criminal case, you can't run for president. If you have a criminal case open, that's why they waited for like the ending of Biden's term to do all these criminal cases. If you have a pending criminal case, you can't run for presidency. So I don't even think he could run any right now because of the criminal case. So you can't have like a legal criminal case right now and run. So I think that's why they waited so long to like bring these charges, because if it would have got dismissed or if it would have gotten like dismissed, he would be able to run, but because there's an open legal case, he can't run. So they're pretty smart for doing that shit, I guess. I just don't. Again, I just don't see Biden winning another term anyway. So at this point,
no, he's gonna win. There's nobody that could beat him. He's gonna win again.
There's a lot of people who could beat him at this point, Johnny. A lot of people don't like Biden.
Yeah, I just don't feel like nobody has enough political power. Although we might not like his ass, might not like who his political stance. It's more than that now. It's where again, there's nobody on the Democratic side that's gonna take his seat, right? And then there's nobody on the Republican side that fosters enough power or influence to take that seat, and nobody independent is winning. So the independent, you count your losses, you ain't winning, and you got to be from the Republican Party to go up against Biden. And as of now, you have the real front runners, and Trump seems to be the only fucking front runner out of the Republican Party. So unfortunately, I think we will get another term.
We'll be having another 4 years of Biden.
And then from there, we'll see what the world looks like.
I don't see that. That's just my opinion.
2028 is the year to look out for. We'll have a fresh Democrat.
But Ye gonna be running, so Ye might run on the Republican side.
No, remember Ye started his own party.
But Ye might have started his own party, but if he's smart, he go over there and fuck with them white folks.
I'm not gonna lie, people love him, people hate him. He do got the following. If the co-following take over, he could win.
Now I don't think the Republicans gonna let him sit in that seat though.
Of course not. But never say never. If he's a little more aligned with what they want,
Right.
they will back him. They feel like they have none of their people was like a winning horse in this race. They will back him.
I mean, the machine definitely is powerful enough, and has great influence. So if they just want to unseat Biden and just have somebody that can push, then yes. But I don't even see that happening, to be honest.
Yeah, Parliament, man, we'll be looking forward to 2028. And 2028, we'll have a fresh Democrat, we'll have a fresh Republican, and then we have the alternatives that's just there to be there. But it's all about strategy, man. You hear him charges now, get him out the way early. Get him out the way early, but
and that's been the whole plan since he was since he lost. So they knew he was gonna run back. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna get his ass out of here early.
So let's look forward to this. Hopefully, by the time the running happens, we get an amazing candidate that will step up to the plate. But chances of that happening is slim to none. Yeah, they could have just gave Bernie the job, man.
Yep.
They just gave Bernie the job. But so for politics, let's tap into the rumors, gossip. So apparently they're saying actor Bill Murray is dating Kellis. What's your overall thoughts on that?
Yeah, funny. I think she responded to it and just was laughing at it.
I seen a video where it says she responded to it. I didn't click it, but I did see that.
Yeah, she was just laughing. She didn't like. What's funny is if you're not dating somebody, you automatically respond and you say like, "No, I'm not dating them." But she just was like laughing. So I don't know if it's like true or not. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Because if I'm not dating someone, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm not dating that person, and then leave it like that. But
well, she said everybody dumb and will believe anything, like laughingly. So.
Right.
She ain't denouncing it, but she just said people will believe anything. But again, Kellis a weirdo. Bill Murray is like love weirdo.
How does a rumor like that catch fire? Like,
yeah, it just how do you
not like,
keep something like that together?
Her with Bill Murray, like.
So it has to be something there. They probably were seen somewhere together or probably an event. But again, Kellis weird enough to date Bill Murray, and Bill Murray is an OG weirdo. So I wouldn't be mad at it. It's like Bill Murray is loved. Kellis is off the radar. She was once coined as a psycho and a crazy and all that and shit, but she's been like to herself and building her own brand and being like one with the earth and doing a whole bunch of shit just behind the scenes. So I ain't mad at it. Like, do y'all? I like seeing people happy. So love is love. Kellis, you good?
Nah, but it's just funny. That's like one of the most random shits I've seen.
I don't know. That just makes it uncomfortable. Like, how some people when they're in a relationship and they walk into a room, you just feel like uncomfortable. They're one of those people. Like, if we was in a room and they was to walk in together, I would feel so uncomfortable. Like, I'll be like,
what's up, Bill? What's up, my nigga? Hi, Kellis.
I feel weird. I'm sorry. That's just one of those couples that you just be like, what the hell?
Bill Murray, old as shit, though. Like,
right.
He old as hell.
What was that movie where the guy said you want some old white balls? What movie was that?
That's Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah, it is Big Daddy.
Adam Sandler was talking.
Yeah, but it's funny. She responded to it in her comment section, and the whole comment is just like she said, like how I said, "Oh yeah, maybe for now everyone's dumb and we'll believe anything." But the best part is, she says the best part is we're both blessed, rich, and happy. So who's really laughing now? That's funny.
I'm saying she hasn't denied it.
That's not like that's not.
She hasn't denounced it. Like,
and you saying like they're both. You're speaking from maybe you're speaking like if you know information of him actually being happy. You know what I'm trying to say because you're rich, maybe he's happy.
That's a
like,
fact.
Sounds like you have
maybe,
first-hand knowledge of that.
Yeah, maybe she making them happy. Or they express their happiness together.
Yeah, true. So that's just more, or she's just playing along with it. But I just felt like, again, one of the most random things of 2023. Yeah. But it's entertainment. It is entertainment, and they're entertainers, so you know you're gonna see some shit. Yeah, do you think there's another parent that could top that and like brand them like, oh shit, or that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see Future with the wife from Bill Cosby.
Now, is that a relationship or they just fucking?
Nah, she took him off the market. He like he completely committed and devoted to her. All the baby mamas and Sierras and them, and they all on the side. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta worry about kids. Yeah, they in. They all the way in. That's what I'm trying to see.
That's hilarious.
I mean, you said on Creed 3, she's still a beautiful woman, you know? Hey, Future, he don't got no picks. He like Kevin Jett, no picks at all.
Ooh, okay. Next subject. Whoa.
Okay. So Diddy's son was arrested for a DUI, which ended up sparking his mother and making some comments against Diddy. What was your overall thoughts on that whole situation?
So Diddy's baby mama made comments about Diddy selling liquor due to her son's DUI.
Yeah, so because Diddy sells liquor, that pretty much led to her son.
But I was trying to say that in a sarcastic voice. So Diddy, who's a grown ass man, selling liquor, forced his grown ass son to get a DUI.
To drink and drive.
So let's make this very clear. You can raise your kid, so she's at fault as well. Because if we blame one parent, we need to blame all parents for the responsibility of how their child turns out and who their child becomes. So if we blame one parent, we're going to blame both parents, okay? And so it's not fair to say because your parents are this or that, you now turned out to do and be this. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure she drinks in the house. I'm pretty sure she has a glass of wine or a glass of liquor in the house. So with that being said, you're telling me what you do don't affect, or he doesn't see and monkey see, monkey do? It's only P. Diddy?
Yeah,
and because P. Diddy promotes his business.
Right. Not only the business, the lifestyle that Diddy promotes all played a part in just having his issues with alcohol. Now, although Diddy has pushed a lavish lifestyle, I've never seen Diddy say drink and drive. I've never seen Diddy at least be irresponsible with his spirits or his vices. So, like you said, both can be responsible, or just can just be a grown ass man who made a fucking mistake, and as a grown man, you have to deal with your mistake. That's like me. If you was a lawyer and Dorian was a habitual liar, I'm like, he a liar because you a lawyer,
right?
And he didn't watch you.
Or if I defend criminals, he become a criminal.
But that's what I'm about to say. Like, because you defended criminals, he a habitual liar because he saw you. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? Because at the end of the day, as a parent, both parents, your responsibility to say is, hey, you can enjoy these vices, but be responsible.
And as a parent, you do your job, and at some point, they go out into the real world and they got to do what they want to do, and they make decisions solely on them. There is no longer you in my house, you follow my rules. Now it's you, and I'm pretty sure Just does not live with P. Diddy or does not deal.
Just got his own condo and own life and all that shit.
So with that being said, he do things on his own. He makes those decisions on his own, and he decided to make a stupid ass decision. This falls solely on him, and we gotta stop making just because P. Diddy got money accountable. Yeah. Like, bitch, is he not your son too? Do you not take responsibility for your son's actions? Because if we're gonna talk about P. Diddy and his actions, then we surely need to re-examine your shit. Just because you're not in the public light, it's because many people don't know who the fuck you are, doesn't mean you get to just sit back and point fingers at P. Diddy.
I think, like, overall, the point she was trying to make is, the careers that you pick ultimately can affect your child. And that could be true in some sense. But ultimately, regardless of what career you pick, as a parent, you still have to parent. And even when you've done your parenting, ultimately, when your kids reach of age, regardless of how much you parented them, you can hope that the knowledge that you instilled with them will stick. But then they are adults that have the freedom to choose what they do, right or wrong or indifferent. And I think just in this particular situation, I don't know if he's had a battle with alcohol or alcohol abuse in the past or not. But if we just talk about in this particular situation, he made a mistake, and that's nobody's fault but his own. Because I could if I had liquor and all that and shit, and I own a company, yes, and my kids are of age, yes, if they want to drink, they'll be able to. They'll get all the alcohol that they want for fucking free. But at the same token, we would talk about the responsibilities of partaking in these spirits. And that's where it falls down. But even in that, once you of age, it's up to you as an adult to be responsible. And that was just being irresponsible. Now his mother and Diddy and them, they all good. And I guess they might have had a conversation. She took to social media like most people do nowadays, which is dumb, to let the world know whatever issues they have in their homes. But they talk about it off the internet like they should before they go to the internet and saying shit. And now they straight. But at the end of the day, Just made an isolated incident that's solely his fault. It's nobody's fault but his own, because he's a grown-ass man and he know better. His daddy ain't just started fucking selling liquor. Diddy been doing this shit, selling this lifestyle for 40 fucking years.
30. I did the math.
30, yeah.
Because I wanted to know if did she meet him prior to the Bad Boy record deal, or because if not, you know what life he was spilling.
But that's what I'm saying. Since
but
before he was with Bad Boy, Diddy was with Uptown Records, and all it was is sex and party life. So all this shit, Diddy been selling this lifestyle his whole.
But that's what I'm saying. She didn't know him prior. Just as 29. P. Diddy has created Bad Boys for 31 years.
Right.
With that being said, so you saw him, you like this lifestyle. You never, again, it's just, to me, he's been around legally aged for 8 years. This was a decision that and I'm pretty sure, because I've been watching some interviews about, they talk about P. Diddy's events and how he always tell people like, yo, come with a driver, you're not leaving my house if you're intoxicated. So I'm pretty sure he wouldn't let his son drive intoxicated. If he's letting random people, not drive when they intoxicated from his events. This was something Just did by himself on his own, and he needs to take responsibility for it.
No, yeah, he made a mistake. I don't think any parent is to blame, but even Do you feel like, like I know y'all discussed what you discussed, so y'all don't feel like there's like overall when it comes to business, there's no field where it's like you're a person in this field, and then you're a person in such and such field, and someone that you're close to, a loved one, happens to succumb to what you are selling to the world. You don't think that doesn't play a role at all? Like for example, say you're someone, this is probably a little more extreme, but just the easiest one just to ask.
Porn.
That's another example. I was gonna say you someone who sell guns. Right? You sell guns, that's your business. You sell guns, and there's an incident with one of your loved ones and family members that involves the gun. You think your business doesn't reflect on that, or it's just a nature, like it just happens to, it's just something in life, right? It just happens.
No, I don't think because you sell guns, you're ultimately responsible if a loved one is irresponsible with a gun. Because a part of selling guns, you teach gun safety. Most people I know that's in that industry, one of the biggest things is not being afraid of the gun. Actually have like they're big on everybody knowing how to properly use a gun. And I feel like that's something we all should know. How to properly use a gun. We need to take the stigma off of guns because we live in a world where a lot of motherfuckers got them. And I think we all should have some, it's just like driving, we should have some knowledge of it, whether you overly indulge in it, whether you are practicing gun holder or you know what I'm saying, you ain't no fucking hunter or not, but everybody should have little things like that. So if I sell guns and God forbid Dorian do something dumb with the gun, it ain't the fact that I sell guns, it's the fact that as a parent, I didn't teach Dorian about gun safety. So regardless of the industry you in, you got to teach your family and the loved ones about the pros and cons, the ills, and the responsibilities of said occupation or said segment or said industry and shit like that. If I sold guns, I will be teaching my son the importance of gun safety. If I had a gun, I would teach my son the importance and the safety, the importance of gun safety. So it's easy to say, well, if you didn't have that around them, then they would have never did this. But ultimately, motherfuckers do what they want to do because they want to do it.
Right.
But if you teaching someone the proper way to deal with anything in life, and they decide to go left, then that's ultimately their decision to go against everything that they were taught. Because again, you have people who grow up around guns and never nothing happens. But then you have a situation where somebody have a gun in the house and it gets in the wrong hands of a kid and the kid kill themselves or hurt themselves or hurt somebody else.
Right.
It's all about teaching each other how to be responsible with all these different things in the world and the things that we could become exposed to. So in the same way of liquor, if you sell a spirit, then you should be teaching your kids, period, even if you don't, the ills of dealing with this stuff and how to be responsible with it. Even if you sell cigarettes, you teach your kids about how to be safe and why they shouldn't, and the side effects of dealing with this type of stuff. Like, that don't change because you sell it. That doesn't change the fact that the parenting is the same regardless if you're selling it or not. The parenting should always be the same.
Even if you're selling that cocaine?
Bro, well, we know cocaine, well, most doctors, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. Doctors should be teaching their kids the importance of all these fucking prescription medicines that have cocaine and all that other shit in it.
So, hey, some people feel like it's the irony. Some people feel like it's the irony. Some people feel like it's karma for what they're selling. I don't blame in this situation. I just wanted to, add on to the conversation, but she's not the. I'm pretty sure she really feels that way. I'm pretty sure she's not the only one that probably feels that way. There's probably other people that feel that same way, especially if you're just like someone like, well, she's on the inside because that's her job. I'm saying like someone like on the outside, just someone raising kids in the world where someone is selling alcohol, selling this, selling that, you know? Yeah, that's how they feel.
Come to the hood and see how many fucking kids grew up with crackhead parents, but they never did crack.
Right.
Well, you know, that's the number one sign. They see the effects of that, like, yeah, can't be me. But it's, again, you know, we live in a big world. Big world.
Yeah, people gotta take responsibility. Once you reach a certain age, and again, you don't stop parenting even when your kids are grown. You never stop parenting, but at the same time, you're a young adult. You have to start to take responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Weezy says no one could beat him in the verses, and if he was to go against somebody, he'll go against his mixtape self. Agree?
Yeah, Weezy,
disagree?
baby.
Of course, we disagree.
I agree.
And yes, Wayne can go against himself. Wayne, and again, see, I hate having these conversations because they didn't make me slander. It make me talk shit about people I love. And I love Wayne. I grew up on Wayne. That I can never be that. But Wayne, a lot of people say Wayne's best self is his mixtape. So when it comes to like, and this it ain't something I'll say, but most people that fuck with Wayne fuck with the mixtape Wayne. The mixtape run, Wayne murdering other people's beats, Wayne doing 16s on other people's tracks. So the Wayne that most people love is that Wayne. Now, you can't put those mixtape tracks up against niggas' real discography.
Like who? Come on, bro.
Like Drake.
Just say the name.
Like the GOAT.
Who's the GOAT?
God
Kanye.
MC.
Talking about Hov.
Hov.
I know who you're talking about. I'm waiting for him.
And he definitely ain't even in the stratosphere of Ye.
Damn.
Wayne needs to go against somebody like
Wayne. He said it right.
I was about to say T-Pain. I was saying like T.I.
Damn. That's OD. People on here gonna come for your ass.
I'm saying 20 songs. He got to go against somebody like T.I. because they both T.I. or Jeezy because they got those crazy mixtape runs, and discography wise, they pretty like on par with each other. Now I know people gonna come from because they like that's blasphemous.
So you saying Weezy can't go against Drake?
Huh?
So you're saying Weezy can't go against Drake, even though that would never happen?
I don't even think Weezy has a strong enough discography of his music to beat Drake.
1, 2, they gonna come for you.
Ooh, that's a tough conversation right there.
That is, and it'll be like, you know, it'll be close.
It'll be close.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. It'll be close because they both great. But I'm just saying, like Wayne. If Wayne take out mixtape Wayne, if he take out him rapping over these other beats, that's what people love about Wayne. His mixtape runs.
Yeah, if you do like a solid 6 of those records plus like 14 of his, I think that's a great combination.
Yeah, that is a great combination. But compared to other people where they just doing like, yo, these are my tracks. To me, that's like almost like an asterisk.
Ooh, 20
if he want to do mixtape, then he got to go against fucking Jeezy or Gucci or somebody.
2020. I'm on the Weezy and Drake conversation at this moment. Oh no, I think that's a good one.
I'm on the Wayne and Nicki. We can even do Nicki.
Shit, you could do Nicki, and she will come She won't beat Wayne, but she'll make it interesting.
Right. Drake too, Devin. I think Drake can make it interesting.
No, I think Drake.
No,
will
he has
beat
Drake
Wayne.
beating Wayne. He has Drake beating Wayne.
Oh, you have Drake.
Yeah, I got Drake
I
beating
don't
Wayne.
know about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm saying. I don't know. That's a good
I
one.
got Drake.
No.
I got Drake beating Wayne.
I don't know about that.
I got Drake. The crazy thing about the way music works is the Wayne. Oh man, this shit sound crazy to me. Just saying this in my head.
So you gonna say?
I don't even want to say it.
Don't say it, because you're gonna get a scam.
I feel like Wayne's music
Oh shit.
don't age well.
What the fuck?
It's not the first time I
shit.
heard that. Not the first time I heard that.
His music is
I'm
in a era. And then again, beyond Carter 3, we have just a long line of mediocre work.
Album wise, yeah, but he put out some. He put out some singles though. He had some.
Yes.
I don't think
That's what I'm saying.
Carter 4,
He
but
got
Carter 4 had a few singles. It had some singles on there on the Carter 4.
He got the verses. He definitely got some, some 16s. He got the features because I remember that one year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he going. I don't know.
He went when Wayne was on every fucking feature on.
Yeah, I don't know. He could play a lot of songs or features alone.
He would have to do a lot of that.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. He
would have to do the
very,
features and the mixtape run.
He has a very diverse bag.
That would be the majority. If he wants to win against a Drake or be competitive with a Ye and Hove, he gotta kill him on the features and pull out the mixtape shit, the droughts, all that shit.
Dedication.
The dedications. He gotta go crazy there.
Shit. Perform some of the sound off No Ceiling.
Right. He gotta go into the mixtape bag.
But there's no wrong with that. He feels confident. He has a big, he has a arsenal of records, and he feels confident that he feels
he has a large mixtape bag, and I feel like his own. If you doing 20, a smart Wayne play would be 8 original Wayne records, maybe 5 mixtape joints, and the rest be on some big features type shit.
You could play records that he got with Nicki and Drake, too.
If he go against them, it would definitely. If he go against them, it wouldn't even be a competition, as we know. It'd be a Young Money concert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be more of a celebration. I'm just saying, like, you could tap into. I'm just saying, like, when he goes against not because I know we brought up Drake and Nicki Minaj, but outside of them, he's like against a Ye or a Jay. He definitely could tap into some.
I like to see Wayne against a. I would like to see Wayne against a T.I. And I honestly feel like Wayne will beat him, but T.I. make it close.
Interesting.
I don't know about comparing them.
I don't know, but like I said, I would love to see all verses, man. You could have what it takes on paper, but it's it's all about you get there, you pick the catalog correct, perform it correct, and that because it's not just like this song is expected to win, so it's gonna win. It's just like what song?
you gotta win it. You gotta win the crowd. You gotta win.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go there strategic. You gotta
sell
correct.
it. Yeah.
Like I said,
and Wayne ain't a good performer.
Versus has been lacking. I would like to see a good versus, man.
Is versus even still a competition? Is that even still a thing?
Yeah, we need some live content, man. We need to do another versus where we could do ASO live content. Watch while it's going on, man.
Versus got to be like pay-per-view fights, where it's like every 4 months, but and they got to have a good, a good bout. Like,
What was the last versus? Was it Ray J and them?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they probably had other ones after that and shit.
I don't think so. I think that's really the last versus.
Bro, I know they had other ones after that.
Let's Google it. I'm gonna go with the last versus.
Because I know it was one that came up. I didn't even know it was even going on.
Listen, I'm gonna say I don't know nothing about rap.
Okay. There was one February 22nd, 2023.
I'm
It
gonna
was
say
SWV versus Escape. That was the last versus.
See? Bullshit.
so. Listen to this. I'm gonna say I don't know nothing about rap because they ain't gonna catch me out here talking about Wayne can't go against Drake or Mickey. They ain't gonna cancel me. We might be in this to death do us part, but damn.
No, and see, the funny thing is, so many people of our age group lived in that Wayne moment and how big that mixtape run was. And I remember that shit. I remember how the blocks used to be when Wayne was really fucking shit up. But again, that's mixtape Wayne. Discography wise, album wise, I feel like Drake can pull out a win against Wayne. And I know Ye and Hove is smoking his boots. Smoking his boots. And like I said, I think T.I. can personally make it interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting conversation, but we shall stay tuned. I'm interested. I want to see another versus. It ain't about the same effect as used to, but I like to see another versus but they do it in a concert setting, which is dope. So let's see another versus now. Get into some controversy. This woman seems to always find herself in some controversial things. She always saying some controversial shit. So Azelia Banks with some not so nice words for DC's Young Fly and his current, situation that he's dealing with, the passing of his girlfriend and the mother of his children. She obviously remembers the situation on Wild 'N Out and let it be known how she still feels and in the midst of this unfortunate tragedy he's going through some shots at DC Young Fly. What's your overall thoughts on that whole situation?
She as ugly as she is on the inside, and she is on the outside. Her ass is ugly, and it proves it. Because once before DC, when he said it, he was joking, but she just proven that with every joke, there's a hint of truth to it. Because this is disgusting, the behavior that she's displaying, talking ill of this woman, saying this DC's karma for fucking with her.
I think the most disgusting part was when she was like, she died at the age of
23 31 on the 31st and all this and shit on her 31st birthday.
It's just disgusting. It's just let's put to the side that the world is already judging this woman for having surgery and saying it's her fault and stuff like this. I think we forget that kids nowadays, we talked about this with Kim Kardashian. Kids somehow are mean. And this will come up when her kids are a certain age. This will return this conversation of what she said and how she said it. will return when her kids are a certain age, and they're gonna have to relive this. And so I think people are not mindful of what they say and how they say it online, knowing that these kids have nothing to do with that and will have to deal with the repercussions or deal with the fact that you're talking about their mother. And so I think it's unfair of her to say, well, he said some mean things about me. I've seen DC Young Fly go in on Wild 'N Out. I've watched that episode maybe twice, 3 times, and DC did not go in on her as he goes in on the audience.
And he was trying to spare her.
He told her, leave me alone.
Exactly. Because remember, E-Man was even like, I'm gonna get out of this because her energy on the whole episode is off. So that's why DC wasn't even trying to come at her, because for one, she wasn't playing. She wasn't a good sport.
Right.
So it was serious. So DC wasn't even coming at her ass because he like, leave me alone. I don't even want to. And she was still calling them broke, saying this all you gonna amount to, all this and shit. Straight taking personal jabs at him. And he making fun of it. Leave me alone, like joking around. All them laughing at how serious it was. And DC was running like, they like, yo, DC, she gonna get your ass. Like, so DC wasn't even really coming at her the way he can come for people and like literally embarrass you. She was spared. Even Nick was trying to be cool with her, like, yo, we playing this a joke. And she was just like, don't touch me. Her whole energy was off. Her ass should have never been there from the beginning. She tried to say, this is their only chance of superstardom. Bitch, you was on there because you were trying to gain a little life from what Wild 'N Out was at that point.
Right.
Yeah, but everyone should know what you're going around now for. You're gonna get roasted. Jokes is gonna be cracked on you, like.
And it don't matter who you are.
Yeah, it's like.
I tell Devin all the time, Johnny, I would never sit in the audience of Wild 'N Out if DC is on there. Only because he in the front, because he
gonna find you and
I've seen episodes where they walk around. It's not all about the front. They walk around.
He don't even be walking around. He be in the middle of a joke. He looks at the audience. You catch his eye. It's over for you.
And he will direct all his jokes to you for the rest of the night.
Right.
For the rest of the night. You just come in and enjoy the show, and now you the butt of the joke for the whole episode. It's disgusting, bro. She has no valid reason to say the things she been saying. And like you said, you can tell she thought not one bit about them kids.
Right.
Not one bit, saying all the nasty shit she's saying on social media. And now she got more people coming at her again. Because it's like, bitch, you ain't nobody, and you saying all this shit. You saying something about this, speaking on this dead woman, speaking on DC's karma, killing his wife, basically saying he killed his wife because he was fucking with her. And these kids gonna have to relive this shit one day, seeing your ugly ass speaking ill of their father and their mother.
Well, I'm not. You know the comedian. I know the comedian Ryan Davis, right?
Yeah.
He went on like a crazy rant. He went in on Azelia Banks. I could find it on YouTube, but he went like a rant. I was like, God damn, because obviously he caught wind of her negative comments. But you put that in universe, it's gonna come back to you. How it's gonna come back to you. But he definitely will have some words.
And he had a short stint on Wild 'N Out too.
But this is crazy. Like, the whole point of the show is like, you're gonna get roasted.
I just think it's unfair to the kids. Let's put DC to the side. DC is a grown ass man, right? He'll be able to deal with it. I just feel like, because DC could always come on her ass and kill her, like, with jokes and destroy her whole career. I think DC right now is in a peaceful place, in the sense that he's now a man. He's a God-fearing man, and he's just trying to get at peace with God. And so shout out to DC for coming to peace with God. But those kids are the ones who's gonna have to relive them. And like he said, his oldest daughter's in school, so God knows what these kids be doing on social media and stuff, and God knows if they see it.
They see that shit,
and
man.
they go back and they tell her like, "Yo, it's because your mother's dead." Shit like that, affects the kids at some point in life, and we got to be very conscious of what we say. And you don't know what time is next, You just don't know when your time is next. So it's not okay to me for her to be saying anything. It's time for that man to mourn and get his kids right. They just lost their mom, and he just lost his, I'm gonna say, wife. They were together for years. They've had 3 kids. That's his fucking wife. And so I don't care if they were engaged or whatever the case may be. His fucking wife. And so let her rest in peace. All this chitter chatter about how she died and why would DC let her get this surgery and all this shit. Is unnecessary talk right now. Right. It's unnecessary. It's just stupid to me.
Yeah,
That's how I'm saying.
It's taken away from the actual tragedy. Like, it's clouded, like, it's a tragic situation.
Yeah, she making it about her.
Which is crazy. There's kids that are waking up in the morning and their mother's no longer here. And then, obviously, boyfriend has got to raise kids without the mother being there and dealing with, losing his significant other, and then having someone feeling the type of way about something on the show, coming back years later and trying to send shots in his darkest time, it's some foul shit. Some foul, fucked up shit.
That's why she had to turn her comments off and shit. Bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, now you guys turn your comments off. Now you getting death threats. Niggas fuck with DC. Niggas fuck with DC hard. DC, look. DC is one of those people in the industry that even 50 Cent, like, yo, you need me, I'm there. DC just that nigga, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, DC is that nigga who people just fuck with off of love.
But just overall unfortunate, situation, and it just doesn't help the situation. Hopefully Azelia Banks could,
Thank God.
Get her shit straightened out and live the life she chooses to live and be happy. Because it doesn't seem like she's happy making comments like that. And trying to throw shots at somebody when they're going through their darkest time. Speaking of dark times, man, in the middle of last week, it was almost the apocalypse last week. Canada wildfires had New York looking crazy. You looking in the sky, wasn't sure if it was nighttime. 5 o'clock in the morning, shit was looking crazy outside. What was your overall thoughts and shit? Shit was looking like it got better, but I'm not gonna lie, that air was fucked up.
Shit was looking like the last days.
It was like, yeah, we about to get subbed out this, we about to get subbed out, man. That's what it was looking like.
Hey, look, that shit was nuts. I had to go pick up my son, and it felt like COVID 23, Corona 23, because we had to put our masks back on and shit. Everybody quarantining again. Although it's some of my favorite times in the last couple of years, I just didn't like the smell and shit. Like, it was hot. I had to turn off the AC because the red smoke was coming through the ventilation and shit. But other than that, if they were just to,
tell us the truth,
give us first tell us the truth, because they plotted some shit. I know people in Buffalo was like, nah, that shit wasn't like that out here, and they right by Canada. But they like, oh, we good out here. But New York City just got a fucking orange cloud hovering over it and shit. But I digress from that. If y'all want to just give us time to quarantine, say that. Just mandate a yearly fucking quarantine. I will not disagree, and I will gladly sit my ass in the house for 2 weeks. And y'all give us COVID pay for 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying. Beginning of the year, quarantine, yearly quarantine. Y'all gotta sit y'all ass in the house for 2 weeks. Y'all get 2 weeks worth of stamps, 2 weeks worth of pay. Nigga, I ain't going nowhere. I'm signing, sign me up. Tell me if you want me to register online, nigga, I'm there. Like, nigga, I got my COVID card, my quarantine card and shit. They come, bro. I got my card. You better go make sure you get your quarantine card before they make your ass work these 2 weeks. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Y'all doing all this extra shit for nothing. Don't be putting orange smoke in the air and shit. Canada, all we know about Canada is Drake and maple syrup. Y'all got it, and Justin Bieber. Can't forget about the Biebs. That's like the only black person we know in from Canada.
Y'all mentioned the weekend.
Oh yeah, that weirdo.
But my whole thing is, I just want the truth. I don't know about y'all, but I just want the fucking truth. Canada said there was no smoke. They were taking pictures saying like, yo,
they said this shit on fire. They sure.
We ain't got no smoke over here. We don't know where that shit going. We don't know why it's reaching y'all dumbasses. Y'all need to look into that. Because that don't even make sense. If the wind was to blow, it wouldn't go to y'all. So again, I ain't gonna speak too much on it because Big Brother be listening. But yeah, I just want the truth of what that was. And we need the truth ASAP. Just to know in the next few years we're gonna come down with like the zombie apocalypse and shit. Should I know that I'm gonna turn into a zombie? Should I prepare my son to run? Like we need information.
Nah, we ain't gonna come out. It ain't gonna be a zombie apocalypse. We just gonna have melanoma or some shit. Or I think that's how it's pronounced. But I don't even need to know the truth. Give me 2 weeks quarantine. Don't tell me the truth. Just tell me to stay home. And I won't ask no questions.
Okay. But tell me the fucking truth. Prepare me.
Let me stay home.
John, what you think it was? Because you like, and it was funny, John, because it happened on your birthday. And I'm like, yo, the person.
I said John the Antichrist.
I'm like, yo, the person who. God. That's a bit much, damn. But I'm like, the person who's like the conspiracy person. It's crazy that on your birthday that shit happened. That shit was funny.
Yeah, I'm in cahoots, man. I'm in cahoots with the Big Brother system, man. I was like, yo, we're gonna shut shit down if we're gonna be there. That's my birthday.
That's what it was? All right, John.
Down, man. Fuck the whole East Coast.
In cahoots with Lucifer.
But nah. No, but when I first seen that shit, I was like, yeah, they gotta be.
I'm sending my bishop to your crib, nigga.
No, but no lie, my overall thoughts when that shit happens, like, yeah, they playing some shit about to happen. Shit, you gonna fuck around and find out anybody that breath that air about to catch COVID-25 and shit.
Right.
Yo, I cracked the window open a little bit. All I smelled was fine smoke. I really thought something in the building was like I thought it was about to go down in the building. Like damn, something on fire, and you come to find out it wasn't even nothing in the buildings.
No, dead ass
over there. It's like what the crazy
again. I'm dead looking around, looking through the windows and shit. Like damn, somebody burning something. I go outside and shit. It's mad foggy and smoggy and shit, orange. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on?
Sure,
Canadian wildfires sweeps New York. Niggas in Buffalo like, huh? What wildfires? Because that shit ain't fucking with us and we right here by it.
Right. The fact that people in Canada was taking videos and they're like, yo, you see fire? Do y'all see smoke in here?
Y'all got that one? We ain't got that one shit over here.
So it's like, motherfuckers. They setting us up, John.
Something's in the works, man. They preparing us for something. That was a test run, but we shall.
No, it's platform for 2024 election.
Yeah, that too, man. Oh yeah, the election time about to come up. All this bullshit about to happen.
Yeah, bro. Watch.
All the shit about to they're about to ramp up mass shit. We're gonna have the group of people like they're gonna be blamed for everything, and it's about to get crazy in these next couple of months. This is only the beginning.
I'm out of here.
So yeah. I don't know if it was Bree who sent it or Dev who sent it. It was a video that sent in our ASO group chat. and it was on the topic of couples babysitting their grandparents. Because obviously, after you get a certain age, grandparents have to, be around. Obviously, someone has to, somewhat care for them because obviously, as older you get, you can't care for yourself as you used to. So, what's your overall thoughts on that topic of discussion? Because it seemed like there was like in that video there was a disagreement. It seemed like one party wasn't trying to do it, while the other was. But what's your overall view on that situation?
Listen, I get what the woman is saying. If we already have kids and I've already given up enough time for the kids, and now I'm back in my career, I'm back doing this, I'm still taking care of the home, still taking care of the kids, you're not gonna add anything else to my plate. Like, that shit is just a no. Especially if that's not even your, like, it wasn't even his mother or father. It was like his grandmother. Your parents need to take care of that parent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your mother and father need to take care of her. Why they not taking care of her? Why are we taking care of her?
I feel like she was.
That's a big responsibility to take out.
It's a big responsibility. I just think it was that. I don't know if the video is real or not, because why would you record such a intimate situation and conversation?
People saying so he can show his family because they don't believe that she's.
Yeah, but that's what I'm. But why would you show that to your family? To me, like, when I see shit like that, it'd be hard for me to believe these videos be real, and for her to be so dismissive in the sense of like, I don't really. It feels like I don't really care about that old bitch. That's your family. It's like she gave me that energy. Although she's right in the sense of like, yo, we raised our kids. I having to watch or raise or take care of senior is like raising another kid. Like, your life is revolved around that. And so that's a conversation of options. Like, do we have to take them in? Like, is this the only option? Can they go into the home? Can we support them this way? Like, is there other ways to support them? It's just the way she was saying it, as almost like, that's your family. I'm not dealing with that. Very dismissive and like almost like hostile in a sense. And that's why I think a lot of people are saying like,
I disagree with that, because he's not asking her as his wife. He's telling her, right, we're gonna clean out that room and we're gonna put my grandmother. Yeah, and so I think that's when she became very dismissive and very now nasty, because she's thinking in her head, well, if you're gonna come in here and tell me what the fuck we doing, I'm telling you what the fuck we not doing.
I don't think the video is real, honestly. I don't even believe
Devin saying he thinks it's a skit video. It's one of those skit videos that look real, but it's a skit.
Exactly. We see a lot of those shit. Although the conversations is real, they be doing too much in these videos for me to believe them. Now, the conversation is real when it comes to, again, you have a situation where you come family in need, where you did all your raising. This is supposed to be the point where you and your partner are supposed to be living life together, and then real life happens, and now this situation come up where you might have to support a family member. What do you do in those situations? That conversation is real, but the video, to me, I think is fake as hell. And the way they both was handling it, to me, it's like, why would y'all even record some shit like this with the way y'all doing shit? But if we just gonna talk solely on the conversation, and God forbid, unfortunately, I never had a relationship with my grandparents and shit, so I can't speak in those terms. But God forbid, my dad needs our support. We need to take him in. Dorian's older now, where he's out the house, and it's our time to live. One part of you gonna say, yes, I'm gonna say this is my father, but ultimately it would be a conversation of, does this work for our lifestyle right now?
But that's different. That's your father.
Yeah.
That's your father. But we would never ask Dorian to take in D.
Right.
We would take in D.
Yeah.
I would never ask my child to take in their grandparent.
But it all depends on relationship, because a lot of times grandparents do the raising.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
of kids.
So it is relationship. I think play a role in that because the grandparent was the one who raised you.
Yeah, a lot of times kids have a better relationship with their grandparents than they do with their parents. I never had that relationship with my grandparents, but my cousins now will tell you about the relationship they had with our grandmother, and they will be ones to want to bring in our grandmother, God rest her soul, if there was a situation like that. Some people have those relationships, so God forbid if Dorian had a relationship with my father and D raised him, then that would be, and he wanted to take him in because he had a relationship with him, then that would be a real conversation that he would need to have with his significant other, because he's going solely off this man, how important this person was to him. And you might not understand.
But what I'm saying to you as his parents, we wouldn't even ask him. The problem, I think that if you hear the whole conversation, his parents was asking him to take the grandmother.
Right.
We wouldn't have asked.
The reason that step would never took place, basically, you and basically Bree and you would take in instead of asking the child to do it. That step wouldn't go to Dorian.
Right. And again, he's a grown ass man. So yes and no. Because again, based on relationships, that might be the best thing for that person.
Or not, because based on relationships, they probably know that grandson would be the best one to take care of that.
But you also know who your child is married to.
Yeah.
And so you know that wouldn't be the best situation because it seemed like he works and she's the one home.
Again, all that shit seems fake to me. So I'm gonna keep putting that out there.
It doesn't seem fake to me. It seems like he was recording to make her look bad. That's
why it seems fake to me.
But again, a lot of people do that nowadays, where they record their significant other to make them look bad, especially if they don't want to be in that marriage and when they want to end it really soon. Why not record? So I do think it's real because I feel like he wants to make her look like she's the evil one, like she's the bitch in that marriage.
Yeah, I just see too many videos like this. Not that particular situation, but too many relationship videos, and then we find out these shits were all like staged.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying it's now becoming a thing where the significant other wants to record you to make you look bad. And so I really do believe this is real. To me, she looks like she's in her bed trying to watch a show, and this nigga, he feels some type of way. Because it looks like she shut his ass down. Like, no, that third room is not being used for your grandmother. It's being used for my shit. And it is what it is. You will have to live with that. And at some point, at what point do you say, okay, like, you know.
And again, based on what you just said, that would never be sufficing in a marriage. That's where my shit at. You just got to deal with it. So a real conversation need to be had.
But I'm saying, but again, you're saying that part, but he's telling her, well, she's moving in and that's it.
Right. So that's why to me, I'm going to keep saying it. It all seems fake because in a real marriage, none of them is going to be making hard stands like that at each other and recording it verbatim so the world can see it. And so the conversation.
But if you believe in something, when you have a feeling on something, you stand on it. There's no.
Yeah, but I would never record it.
But if I'm recording it, you won't stand on what you believe in.
If you recording, I'm gonna say, why the fuck you recording? Put the phone down. I ain't saying shit until you. What are you doing? You think I'm a clown? Like, why are you recording us? Like, it ain't gonna go nowhere. Now it ain't even about the conversation. Yo, you got me fucked up. You think you gonna record me? Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. So if we just want to talk about the realistic point of view in a sense of situations happen where we get family members who become seniors, and if you have a relationship with them, yes, you want to take care of them. But also you do have to take in consideration your partner and your lifestyle. And if this works for you, regardless of how much that person means to you, that might not always be the most conducive thing for your home and your marriage. But you have to find that balance of what can work, where everybody can be happy at. What's the happy medium? One person can't be like, yeah, this is gonna happen, I don't give a fuck. And the other person can't be like, well, this ain't happening, I don't give a fuck what you say. Because either way, that shit ain't gonna go nowhere. Then all y'all gonna be pissed off and stressed instead of finding a happy medium that works for everybody. I'm just saying, I never had a relationship with my grandparents to the point where I feel like if they were here, that my father or somebody could come to me and say, hey, Granny and them need a place, and I think the best place would be with you. I'd be like, unfortunately, I don't have a relationship with my grandmother to take on such a responsibility. But if I did, and my parents didn't see that there was a spot in their space that was conducive for my grandparent, if I had that relationship with my grandparent, then it would be a conversation that we will have. And we would try to do what's best for that parent, whether it's with us, whether it's in a home, whether we find somewhere else they could work, but it'll still be a conversation that's like, because ultimately you marry somebody's family. So you have to be just as concerned, especially if this is somebody I'm telling you I care about. You have to be just as concerned, and together we got to find a way to make something work that's conducive for everybody.
So y'all can just sit there, y'all can agree to disagree on this topic, but overall, there do be skits like this that seem
all them shits be fake.
Be skits.
All that shit be fake online.
But yeah, it's a good conversational piece, good piece of conversation. Let's get into.
You know what I realized you didn't add to the rundown?
What?
The goofiness of Gunplay telling people they're a piece of shit.
Oh, we can say that for next week's episode.
You already talking about it now. Go ahead, jump in. She brought it up. Go ahead. We here. We here.
Yeah, we ain't here to talk about it.
You want me to break it down?
Yeah, you brought it up.
So
you wanted to talk about it, so yeah.
So Gunplay, because I mean, this is from a guy's perspective, right? Because y'all, I mean, think of it this way: Gunplay's daughter was in the hospital having heart surgery. The mother decided to put GoFundMe, right? Yeah. GoFundMe account to help raise money for the daughter's heart surgery. DJ Envy then makes a comment that Rick Ross is best friends with Gunplay and how he not giving no money. Then Gunplay got upset and his wife got upset, stating that DJ Envy need to keep their daughter out his mouth, and that Gunplay called DJ Envy threatening to slap the shit out of him and beat his ass. And now the wife is suing DJ Envy. That's some back story of that. But DJ Envy really didn't say nothing about the baby. He said something about Rick Ross and how Rick Ross is not a good friend. How you have all this money and you can't help your friend out. It comes later on. They raise, I think, $20,000 to $35,000. $30,000 on the GoFundMe. A few weeks later, Gunplay goes on to gift Rick Ross a double diamond chain and a bracelet, and people then go back on the GoFundMe after seeing that video and request refunds to the GoFundMe, which they get back. He later on comes out 2 days ago say that the people who ask for refunds are pussy, and he didn't need the money from the GoFundMe, and they really didn't give him the heart if they asked him for a refund. So my question to you and Devin is, do you think those people gave him the heart, or do you think they're a piece of shit like Gunplay say? John, I'm gonna start with you.
I think they genuinely donated. Even though he was a celebrity, it felt like, obviously, some celebrities go through financial trouble. They feel like he was in some financial trouble, but the video of him buying a chain for Ross and the way that chain looked, it looked like it was an expensive chain. So for those who asked for a refund, they probably felt like, I'm not saying they thought he used the GoFundMe money to buy that chain, but they probably like, yo, you didn't even need our money. Like, we could have donated to another cause. You know what I'm trying to say? That's probably what they felt like, and asked for a refund because they felt like if you was able to make that purchase in their minds, you was able to make that purchase for Rick Ross, you was able to pay for whatever it was that your daughter needed medically. But
Yeah,
maybe
honestly, that's to me what it is, and nip it in the bud. Whereas again, I don't think anybody believes he used that GoFundMe money for nothing but the surgery. I honestly think people believe and that money went towards that. The thing is, I'm giving you money for something. When you have a GoFundMe, you do crowdfunding, it's because I don't have. So if you go and buy Ross this, expensive jewelry, and we know Ross ain't selling it for no cheap ass shit, being the biggest boss. So the jewelry he brought, I'm pretty sure is very expensive. And so it's like, don't take from the poor,
right,
to give to the rich, because you using our money to pay for hospital fees, but then you taking your money to go splurge with. That's like a motherfucker. You see a motherfucker on the train with a fur coat asking for money. It's like, nah, don't take money from us common folks when you go out here and use your money
right
to splurge with. So that's where people offended with. And if I would have gave money, I would be too like, bro, you don't need my dollars.
But here's the thing. Here's where it gets messy, is that the money was never touched. And she already had the surgery. The 30,000 is just sitting there. She has already had the surgery. The surgeries are done. The money is already sitting there. That's how they're able to get the refund, because the money's just sitting there. So them,
what's the point of having a GoFundMe?
And that's the thing that looks messy and funny to people is he keeps saying his wife made it, but it's not like that's like me making a GoFundMe and you just like, well, my wife made it. Duh, but you live in the same house, you got husband and wife, the income is going.
You well aware of what she's doing.
Right. And so because of that, even if I'm panicking, the surgery is already done. Why not give back these people their hard-earned money? My whole problem with Gunplay is not that he gifted Rick Ross with anything. You allowed to give people, and how you want to give is your business. My problem comes to, why is that money just sitting there when the cause of it was to have this girl have a heart surgery. And this is why with GoFundMe, I'm so just so picky with giving, because there's so many shit that GoFundMe is just so easy to take. Like, I was watching Judge Judy the other day, and this girl, her brother died in a car accident, and his friends in the hospital started a GoFundMe, put her as the beneficiary of the GoFundMe, and Judge Judy's asked, because the mother of her brother suing for that GoFundMe, and Judge Judy's asking, where, if the funeral was already paid for, where's that money going from that people donated to the GoFundMe? And she's like, oh, my son's college tuition and this and that. And Judge Judy says, like, it's not going to.
His uncle would have wanted him to have the money.
Right, and that's the whole thing. I'm so scared to give to GoFundMes, because GoFundMe is just it's too.
Anybody can make one.
Right,
anybody can create a cause.
Clicky. I don't know.
And again, I know his wife was saying that, like, even with the 30,000, GoFundMe take damn near half in fees, and with the whole the ability to get a refund, that money was never even, like, they never even seen any of that actual money.
Right.
So again, the whole point, I don't know what her thing was like. I just want to see if people will support. I don't understand the gist of it, or what made her say we need this, because even Ralston came out and said, like, when people saying like that Ross want to be your brother, you didn't get help. It came out that Ross did help with that whole situation. So it's like, what's the reason? Like, what would be the whole reason to do this? Because y'all do have the means to pay for whatever hospital bills that would have came with her surgery. You got a team of people that as supporters that will help you with this. So what was his wife's intent in doing so? And why did he say, like, baby, why are you doing that? We don't need that. Like,
right. It just seems suspicious. It's just, and that's why people are asking for.
So they did GoFundMe. They didn't. It's just like you said. It's a situation just looks a little.
And again,
shaky.
they talking, and that the thing is, this being a talk, and they never received anything. Like, so y'all in the media about shit that y'all never even put y'all hands on. And Gunplay is defending it as if he was able to cash out. Y'all never even cashed out.
No, a little fishy.
It is fishy. So for you to call people a piece of shit because they wanted their money back, the money that they worked for, you are a piece of shit.
Because ultimately, when you see shit like that and you see somebody tied to somebody like that, you ultimately people think like, wow, things must be bad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For Gunplay to be out here and his wife to be asking people for money, something they like, damn, shit is really bad there. I want to help. I'm a fan. To feel like, oh yeah, we just came from Miami. My baby, she good. She's swimming and shit hard, strong.
Right. It's like, damn, nigga, my money. I'm telling you right now, I would have asked for a refund too.
Give me my $13 back.
Right. And that's what some people say. Some of the people that requested refunds were $100, $50.
Give me my shit back.
I would call me a piece of shit.
Right. But I don't care if it's coming
run me my shit.
5 to 10 business days. Give me mine.
Yeah, I know he's angry, but he can't be calling people a piece of shit. If y'all even use the money, it's just, I know he just, no wrong gifting your friends, but you know, when this whole situation is like around, it just doesn't sit right with people, you know?
Even on some personal shit. John, I come to you like, yo, John, I'm doing bad, man. We doing bad, bro. I need $200. Let me hold. If you got it, I got it, right? And then you go on social media and you see me and Sabrina at fucking Benihana's. Man, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? It's like, I would assume, but I definitely hit you with a text message or a phone call like, y'all good? I thought y'all was
word, exactly. Exactly. And that's the point.
And because people can't do that with him,
yeah.
The best thing for them to do
is... No, it is. The people that donated probably don't know him. You know what I'm trying to say? It's different for like the people that know him, but there's a whole bunch of people who just like felt bad for a celebrity that they felt either they were fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Feel bad for when a celebrity falls on their feet, like, you know, when a celebrity falls down.
Exactly what it is.
Just feel bad for them. So they like, nah, they don't want to see, you know, it's just, they're like, nah, we got to help this person out. And it's like, oh, you helped them out. And then it's like, hold up. You just bought him a chain. I don't even make this shit. The money you spent on this chain probably won't make it 3 years. I donated to you, bro. What's going on?
I just gave you $50 out of my check that I got to work for 2 weeks to get.
Right. You're the piece of shit.
And I felt sincere and felt empathy enough to be like, although I got to wait 2 more weeks to get this shit back, I'm going to be here for you. Because I'm a fan or whatever the case may be. Or I just might feel for the situation.
Right. Yeah. Again, he's a piece of shit. And this is why I wanted to talk about it. Because I just think that it's wrong if you starting GoFundMe accounts and you really don't need the money. Be conscious that people are going to give because some people do have an open heart and they want to give. But you got to be conscious. And I've seen this, and I'm not going to name no names. People be like, oh, my business is dying, or my business is dying. And then we see you in Aruba. Motherfucker, if you don't get your fucking ass out of here with that shit, and you know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That shit is whack to me. And this is why I recommend you read the GoFundMe, you research the Go, and before, you make sure before you give money, you look into it. Because that shit could really be phony out here, man. That shit can really be phony, and it's really fucked up. People who do some shit like that.
Because it's on the GoFundMe don't necessarily mean it's for what it is.
Yeah, up and up.
You might have the right story and the right cause, but doesn't mean it's gonna go to that story or cause.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie, when that shit first came out, I'm pretty sure mad people who heard about that shit probably came up with ways to scheme that shit.
Bro, there's been a bunch of schemes on that shit. That's why GoFundMe don't have the same allure that it once did, because so many people were putting together these bullshit campaigns and getting over on people and shit. Yeah, people might be giving $1 or $2, but you got 1 million people giving $1 or $2.
Yo, imagine
your whole
like,
fucking life.
Just donate $1. Just $1 and get like a whole group of people to do that shit. That shit definitely gonna add up.
It surely will.
Exactly, and that's what it's done. And now people don't really want to get to those crowdfunding shits no more.
I don't, and this just solidified why I don't. To be honest with you. All right, John, I got that out of my system. Yeah.
But again, that's just a mixy situation, and it's just like a lot was going on, and he tried to do something nice, and in the midst of that getting brought up, and it just made people turn their heads like, what is going on? All right, now we're going to get through these next couple of things on the rundown a little quicker. That way we get to, the next two things you could breeze by and give a little topic for the second to last, and then we'll do the closing segment. Martha Stewart, another person that claims working remote is destroying our country. I agree or disagree?
Come on, Devin.
I'm gonna say the same shit. Martha Stewart was working remote for a long time when that bitch was in prison.
Oh shit, that's OD.
That still ain't stop her back.
That's fucking
and that's
OD.
my point, and I'm over it.
But that's not working from home. That's you in concert.
Right. That stopped the bag.
Your home.
Right. That became home, and it didn't stop the bag.
That was, once you are sentenced, that is your home.
Oh my God, that's OD.
That's a fact, though.
It's OD though. That's nothing to do.
Why all these people coming out for like if it works, it works. Not every company has to have remote people, and it is what it is. Like, leave it be.
Again, if more than one person is saying it, it has to be a reason. It has to be statistics. It has to be something that the reason why people are saying this. I'm gonna come in that episode and I'm gonna read statistics, because you guys are just saying, well, if it doesn't, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But we don't know if it's broken or not.
Yeah, assuming it's broken, but
so
listen, just know the pandemic has had a lasting effect on this world, and it just is what it is.
People lazy.
See, they don't care as long as everybody else dying. It's all good. As long as they not dying, it's like.
You're so full of shit, Johnny.
That's how it is. That's how it is up top, man. Must be a blessing to be up top, man, and to sacrifice everybody like some porn. Yep. Like, that's really destroying the country. Come on now. If the work is getting done, the work is getting done.
That money didn't stop in cell block C.
Devin, why do you keep bringing up her jail sentence? Like, I don't understand.
Listen.
That money didn't stop. Martha had all the fine and coloring and shit, cooking in the kitchen and shit.
Let's just say, make your company millions of dollars working from home versus you making $1 million going in person. What is the difference? You're still producing.
Like my wife said, she's gonna do her homework and research.
Yeah, bring them stats. This is a conversation that will continue next
see if there's a difference in productivity when it comes to working from home or working on site. So you have to pick the industry, because every industry, certain industries you have to work, you have to be on site. So we have to pick an industry that that fits the convert. That can fit both. and see what's the output. See if the dollars change. That's what I'm concerned about. Do the dollar change?
That fits the conversation.
Do the bottom line change?
Well, y'all know it is Pride Month, and apparently Target lost $9 billion in market share value just a week after shoppers boycotted LGBTQ friendly kids clothing. What is your thoughts on that?
Target on some nut shit.
But damn, $9 billion in a week?
I don't have an opinion.
Well, they lost $9 billion after they boycott.
They lost $9 billion, so that means there's a large group of people who didn't agree with Target's selection of clothing for children.
Yeah,
I thought it was boycott after they because they lost the $9 billion because people didn't want to buy it because they had the gay and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they boycotted because it was clothing with like
they had
the rainbow on it and stuff like that,
and the tuck clothing, the tuck and bathing suits, different stuff. I say
yo,
come
stuff. On, bro, that's crazy.
Like the tuck and bathing suits. There's other. They had other pieces.
Yo, he said it again.
Because it's crazy to just thinking about it. And again, this ain't in the adult section. This is in the young kid section. So it's like,
But when it's like a month coming, people do themed clothing.
Yeah, of course.
So that's not true.
For the most part,
because for the holidays, Independence Day, we have, everybody bring out their patriotic stuff.
You see American flag T-shirts, all types of stuff like that.
And I don't think people will mind, just
the flag shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, right. I don't think they would either.
But I think it becomes the tucking.
Oh, you're just saying because it's focused on the children.
Like if they had in a sense of if they had LG Pride celebratory children clothes, where like you said, T-shirts with the rainbow, T-shirts saying equality. I don't think people have an issue with that. It's the minutia of the stuff where they try to like the type of functionality of the clothing,
right,
that people have more of an issue with,
right?
Because you go on Target every holiday, they have their section for whatever holiday, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving,
right?
Flag
Target's
Day.
now, with the Black community, so they have their Black owned, their Juneteenth shirts.
They celebrate. They will give everybody their moment,
right,
to make $1 off of. But it's just the functionality of the clothes that people like.
Right.
Why are you doing that with kids?
Right.
And that's what people have an issue with. You're doing that with kids. Go do that in the adult section.
Pretty much.
But with kids, come on now.
I mean, I wouldn't buy Doran's clothes from there now.
I love me some Target, man, but they, bruh, you doing the most sometimes, man. Doing the most sometimes.
Even though you have said that every boy at some point in his life tucked his penis to see what a vagina look like.
What is going on? What is going on with this conversation?
Look.
Yo.
Hey, so she talking about personal stuff right now, but I would just say
you did that. I just say you say every boy at a certain age in their life.
I was a boy once upon a time, so
I'm gonna let y'all know I'm naming the episode "Tuck It In." You gotta watch that.
But Johnny, why don't you want to hear my comment? I don't understand. Was you one of those boys?
No, I heard your comment. I'm just saying.
So why?
Because you wasn't paying attention. Dev has said it like 4 or 5 times.
Because I'm just.
He didn't say what you said. He just said he kept saying children.
But listen to
for children clothing. He said
Linda,
it like 5 times.
Linda, listen to me, Linda. All I'm saying is, this is all I'm saying. That Devin has told me once upon a time that all boys at some age in life I don't know what age, and I don't remember if you said an age.
I don't remember what age a person
You
would do such a thing.
Right. You said
Such a thing.
that all boys suck in their penis. So it looks like a vagina. And so
And it doesn't.
You ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
Oh yeah, Wild Bill.
Yeah, he did it in the movie.
Right. So all I'm saying is
and Sean in Scary Movie. Hey yo, tucked in or out?
all I'm saying to you is sometimes we don't have to promote this stuff. Kids are gonna go through moments. What I was trying to get to is that kids are going to go through moments
Naturally.
very naturally. And
there.
so because of that, you just let it happen.
Yeah, you don't have to put
we don't have to keep forcing it on them. They're going to go through that. There was a time during that time, when you was a kid or Johnny was a kid, again, this wasn't pushing on you guys, but if you did it, if you wanted to see, if you wanted to talk, if you did it, that was through your own choice. It wasn't being pushed onto you.
Niggas was like, they go around like, yo, you be talking.
Like, right. So I don't think we need to do that with today's kids in order for them to just go through life normally. There's certain things they're just gonna go through. And so I understand why people boycotted the Target brands and the Target's design. I think when you start pushing your own agenda, you lose the value of a free choice of what they choose. You get what I'm saying to you?
I want to say, Dad, you ever watch Broken Lizard's Club Dread?
Nah, what's that?
It's a comedy slasher flick. It's like a horror comedy, but one of the characters does what we're talking about. Like he pranks everybody.
Nah,
what they do, Johnny?
Johnny,
what do they do? Because you so fucking scared to say
the title.
Tuck it in. That's what they do. The title of this week's episode is Tuck It In. They all sitting around like, if you ever, it's one of those dumb funny movies. If you ever get a chance, you should watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably know, but all right.
Came out in 2004. God damn, almost 20 years ago. The main actress, and this is Shorty from White Chicks, and she was in White Chicks, and she was in The Game. That's what it was called. The Game, the football show.
Yeah, she was the wife.
She was in
Joe. She's on Joe Dirt. She's him.
Oh yeah, she was on Joe Dirt. You know what's crazy? She has a twin.
She's a twin.
Yeah, she has a twin.
Oh wow!
I found that out like a few years back.
That's actually cool. That's actually cool.
You said what?
That's actually, I mean, he probably won't watch it. Just let you know.
Were you talking about the Club Dread thing?
Yeah.
I should watch it. It's funny. Well, let's get into a crazy story out the Amazon in Colombia. Apparently, there's a plane accident that killed the mother of these kids and 2 pilots. And 4 kids survived in the Colombian Amazon 40 days in that jungle, which is crazy. How do you think they pulled that shit off? Like, that's crazy. 40 days?
What was the joke that you said that they now are, you said, oh, now they Tarzan.
I mean, shit, God protects babies and fools, man. And those babies did whatever they needed to do to survive. And that, like, thing was in the Amazon with lions, tigers, and bears on my, like.
Hippos, fucking.
Yeah, like.
All types of shit.
Yeah, word. That's what I'm saying. Out there with fucking leopards and cheetahs and shit like that, like fucking snakes.
How
like
do they
the
find
real
a place
snake
to go to sleep?
God bless them kids, because man, they figured out a way to survive 40 days out there. That's
I mean, when God has a purpose for you, He has a purpose for you.
When God protects you and covers you, no matter where you at, He got you, and He had those kids. So I'm happy they home or they're safe. And man, that's amazing because I probably wouldn't made it 4 days out there.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I want to be able to go to sleep. I'm gonna think a spider, ant, all types of
like
on me.
scorpion or something.
I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep,
bro. And at night, you can't see nothing. You dealing with alligators, bro. How do you live? I'm done. Barbecue chicken.
No, that shit is crazy. Shout out to them. They're gonna have an amazing story, and you know Hollywood.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a movie. Hollywood running with that story.
Yep, it's definitely
Hollywood be waiting, bro. Hollywood ain't had a good story in a long time, but whoever wins the bid for this story, oh, they golden. Only thing is in the movie, The Rock gonna come save him.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Oh man. This is The Rock gonna come save them.
No, he gonna be on the team people looking for him. The search team and shit. He gonna be leading the search team. To find a way to put Rock in every movie.
He's occupied with the Fast franchise.
Right.
Speaking of movies,
he make 5 movies a day.
Speaking of movies, this will be our 3rd ASO review in the last 4 episodes. And we are reviewing Spiderman Across the Universe. What y'all thought about the movie? I thought it was dope.
Beautiful movie. Like, beautiful movie. Characters were great. Story was great. Ending pissed me off.
Oh yeah, I'm like, when I said ending, I'm like, come on, man. It's dope, but it still makes me mad. It's a dope ending, but it still makes me mad.
It makes me mad because I haven't seen a movie end that way, and I don't know when.
I think cliffhangers is a dope ending.
Just complete. Yeah, cliffhangers is something that maybe we need to get back into having more cliffhangers in movies because that shit surprised the fuck out of me. Spoiler alert, if you ain't see it, I'm not gonna say it, but that cliffhanger like surprised the hell out of me because I ain't used to seeing a cliffhanger in a movie, especially with the rate in which movies come out. Right. Marvel and all them, they movies, they part 2s and 3s come out 2-3 years apart. Now this one's coming out in March. The second part of this is coming out in March. So
it's not that much of
it's not gonna. Yeah, it's not that large of a gap. Which I was like, okay, I'm happy with that because with this cliffhanger and they wait the 3-year mark that they usually do, I was pissed off. I'm like, that's all I kept saying in the movies. Like, yo, they fucking leave us on this cliffhanger and we ain't gonna get it back for almost 3-4 years. But then I saw something that is dropping in March. So the part 2 will be dropping in March. So I'm content with that. Overall, the movie is good. It just that cliffhanger at the end pissed me the fuck off.
Some dope Easter eggs. A
lot of dope Easter eggs and stuff like, and it just shows. That's what we were saying. That's what I was trying to say to Ed. Like, he fucked it up for himself because again, a lot of what they did with this just only shows how they gonna start to mix the live action and cross over into the universe and shit like that. Like they about to get crazy with it.
Of course, definitely. Well, I was always a proponent when you get into multiverse talk. It's literally everything's connected. It's just a matter of the writing. Once you start doing multiverses, parallel dimensions, you can connect anything. They can fuck around.
And I think Hose was a dope ass villain. Spot, whatever his name was, Spot, Hose.
Spot.
Yo, he's a dope fucking villain.
Mm-hmm.
Scary as fuck.
Yeah, he just wants to prove himself. He shitted on him.
Yo.
He wanted to prove like, you gonna shit on me this week. All right, you gonna see about me now.
Yeah, that nigga real.
I mean, I love the storyline. Of course, I didn't want to see it in the first place, to be honest. So, I mean, I kind of got dragged, but the storyline wasn't bad. I mean, I love that the mom had more of
a role in
this one. Yeah, you saw the Spanish side of him, and it made it a little bit more real. Because nowadays you just always mix. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of these kids are mixed, so a lot of kids watching this are these half Puerto Rican, half black kids, and they don't know Spanish, and you get what I'm saying? Like it was good to have some references to these young black men out here and what they're doing and but again, unfortunately because it was left on a cliffhanger, I have to go back now and watch it just to make sure, like,
it keeps you interested. Like cliffhangers keep you like, oh no, I gotta see this.
Even though I didn't want to go watch it in the first place, so I blame Devin for this. Right, Devin? It's Devin's fault.
So out of our ratio, the 4 shits, what are y'all giving it?
I give it.
Also, before you get into your ratio, I know we had this conversation, right? I think we've been doing our ratio the wrong way.
What you mean?
Because remember, we thought when we first thought about like doing the giving our our shits, wasn't our shit, it's supposed to be like a play, like the more you get, the whacker it is, the less you get, the better it was.
Okay.
Wasn't it like we were supposed to have it play off like that? Like it's like something different. So it's like
the more shits you get is when it's bad.
Yeah.
The less shit you get
is actually good because shit's supposed to be bad.
Got you. Okay, so in that sense, I give it out of 4. I give it a half a shit.
I would say half and 0 is an option.
Yes, I get half a shit.
Mm-hmm.
It would be no shits. It would be no shits if it didn't have the cliffhanger.
No. Because I realized that like after we did like the mermaid and the white man can't jump and we started doing the ratio, I was like, damn, we definitely had a conversation where we're gonna play on our ratio, like our
version of the rating.
Yeah, we're gonna play with it, get a little creative with it. Because with our title, Another Shitty Opinion, so the more shits, the worse it is. Least amount of shits, the better the movie.
So, baby, what's your rating?
I give it 2 shits.
2 shits.
That's a good rating. I think that's fair.
She gave it an okay.
I give it okay.
John, what you giving it?
I'm gonna go with the big 0. No shits. That movie was dope, and I think it's arguably better than the first one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely better than the first one to me.
So you gotta add that to the, usually like sometimes sequels fall off. It's a higher chance of a sequel being a fall off from the first one than the sequel surpassing the first one. And I think this is one of those that the sequel surpassed the original. So you got to add that to the equation, and that's
definitely. It's definitely
a part of why I went in that route.
I ain't mad at it. I would have gave it 0 shits if it didn't have the cliffhanger. So
yeah, you wasn't feeling the cliffhanger. I'm not gonna lie, the cliffhanger irked me, but I respect and understand like as the cliffhanger, but it irked me too. I'm like, no, come on, like not like that.
Yeah.
But dope movie. Bree wasn't a fan of it, but with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of No Shit Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev in the back. And we are out.